And, my goal also is to bring more South African, not just soccer players, but tennis, swimming, whatever other sport is that they offer as an agency, to help more people come over here and obviously, give them the same opportunity that I received.
Oh my God. Oh my God, he on X Games mode.
Hi guys, my name is Fachileke. You're watching the Total 90 podcast. Please subscribe, like, and press the notification button.
Zubair Taylor, how are you doing?
Thanks for having me. I'm doing well. Yourself?
I'm very well, thank you, man. Always wanted to have a chat with you and speak about life in the USA. For those that don't know, Zubair is playing football in the USA as a student athlete. If you don't mind just telling us, we already told us your name, so where you are in America, the institution, and what position you play.
So I'm currently in Bristol, Tennessee. I'm at a Division II university called King University, and I'm a central midfielder, but I'm currently playing as a centre back as well. So I'm being shifted in between.
Yeah, and how's that going for you? Being in the States, is it going well?
I mean, it's going quite well. I think I've adapted really well, with academics and football at the same time. I think the difference between a student athlete back home and over here is you don't have time over here. Like, you at school from about 8 a.m. to about, I want to say, 7, 8 p.m. the night sometimes, depending on your schedule. So I think it's been tough. It was tough at first, but, now I've obviously adapted as time went on. So I think it's been fairly well for me. It's going fairly well.
Where in Cape Town are you from?
I currently lived in Maitland. And then, like, right now, my family just moved to Goodwood. So I can't just say I'm from Maitland now. But yeah, I lived in Maitland for most of my life. I also moved around a bit, Mitchell's Plain, Salt River, and obviously now Goodwood. But yeah, that was basically me growing up. And then I started playing for Saxon Rovers in Maitland at about 4. Played there for a couple of years before I got scouted to go play for Vasco under 15. One of the coaches actually from Saxon scouted me to come there to play for the under 15 team and compete in the Manchester United Premier Cup. So that was quite good. I then moved back to Saxons after a year at Vasco. Some things went on there and I just decided to go back. And then I had a good year. I was still under 15, but I was moved up to the under 17 team at Saxons. And then I had a good year there. And then Hellenic came out. Roscoe Kreeling at the time, he was the coach at Hellenic, who's also a Saxon Rovers boy. So, it was quite good to see, someone from club is actually watching you as well. And then the late Mark Byrne, he came about as well to speak to me. And, showed interest for me to come to Hellenic. I went on trial for about, I want to say, 2-3 weeks. And, they were quite happy. And then I signed for the under-17 team. I went to Hellenic. Played for about 2 years or 3 years there. Then I went back to Vasco to play in the Bale. I played for Hellenic in the Bale as well. I think that was 2014, I believe. And in 2015, I went to Vasco to play in the Bale. played there for a year again before going back to Saxons. So yeah, I moved around a lot, and then just before coming to America, I also played Castle League at Two Oceans Academy, and that's where obviously I met like Andrew, who's now my teammate at King University. So yeah, I've been around a lot. I think it was for my own benefit at the end of the day. It got me to where I am now because I also met David Seiss, who is currently the soccer director at ASM, the recruiting agency that actually brought me here. So yeah, I would encourage any student athlete that wants to further the academic career and the sport career as well at the same time. The only reason I say that is because back home there's only a certain amount of universities, right? So there's a chance of you not getting accepted, for example. Whereas over here there's about over thousands of universities in each like state. So you don't just have universities, you have junior colleges as well and all those other things. So that's something that's very like beneficial over here, is that there's not just a certain amount in one state. Like for example, in Cape Town, I think you have UWC, UCT, Stellenbosch, Northlink, and I think a few others. Whereas over here, just in the state that I am now, there's already about 50 to 60, I would say. So I think that helps a lot. And I know back home we have a lot of talent.
Yeah.
So I would encourage a lot of people that want to be student athletes to try and come to America, because obviously it's a good experience, first of all. And second of all, you come here, you come out here with a good degree. And obviously I think you develop more as a person, because I think when I lived in South Africa, if I compare living in South Africa to now, I think I've matured way more, because obviously I have to do stuff for myself and so on. So yeah.
I think there are some issues that we can clearly see with SA football. Yeah. What do you think those issues are that we can improve on?
I think number one is our attitude, like not just as a footballer, but as a person in general. Like if you're going to have a bad attitude off the field, for example, doesn't matter what it is, when it comes to your family, when it comes to hobbies, whatever else you're doing, it's going to carry on over to the field. And I think regardless of whether you're performing well, like those bad habits and attitudes that you carry with you, it's going to carry on with you throughout your life. And I think that is something that we need to change, is our attitude as professional footballers back home. Like, if you can change those small things, I think as a country, footballing nation will do much better. And another thing is, I'm not sure if it's very big back home, but over here I learned a lot about mental health. And that is something that is being overlooked by a lot of people. And I think that could also be playing a huge factor in our Bafana team, is because we don't really look at it, but some players might even need it. It might not be that serious, for example, but some players might need it. And I think that is something that is very big over here. And for example, we have a what do you call these people? We have a therapist that literally comes in and speaks to us once a week. So if you, like, for example, let's say you have an issue, like you can literally go speak to that person. So it's like a resource that we have that I think our national team should have. I'm not sure if the PSL teams have it, but every team should have one, because they help you with various things, financially, they help you emotionally, physically, everything. So I think that is something that our Bafana team kind of lacks. It's just the bad attitude, the habits that they carry with themselves, and then obviously it all tags along with mental health.
Yeah. And do you think that we're far off?
I think it's something that can be worked on, because when I came here, I didn't know anything about mental health, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And only now, it took me like 3 years to realize what mental health really is, you know what I mean? I thought, like, this person, she could just mull. That's why they need mental health, something.
Yeah.
But everyone needs it, because everyone goes through something. And it's like small things that you don't even take note of that affects your mental health. So I think it could be implemented, and I think it should start from high school, even primary school, because, as kids obviously grow up with different backgrounds and all these things. And
what do your teammates have to say about your style of play?
Always like, my thing is just enjoy yourself, play your game, and just try and do your best whenever you can, regardless of the situation that that you face. And my teammates, coaches, even opposition coaches, like I've been shown a lot of love from opposition coaches, a lot. Like it's crazy to where after the game, I've had coaches tell me like they enjoy watching me play. You know, like you said, silky on the ball and all these things. And it's crazy how you say that, because when opposition teams tell you that on the field, why are you playing? I'm just like, bro, mustn't you focus? We didn't playing a game. You know what I mean? You tell me, bro, like you're doing all these things, like good job. I'm not like, yeah, whatever. Because I'm so focused on the game, I don't even take note of it sometimes. Sometimes, like, it just happens, you know what I mean, out of the blue, to where I do something and I didn't even mean to do it. Unless, like, you can obviously see I'm trying to waste time. But, yeah, my teammates love it. Opposition somehow find it attractive. Like, they're like, bro, after the game, like, no, nah, you're a good player and whatever. And in the game I've had, like, players tell me, yeah, our game plan is to man-mark you. And I'm like, well, then why are you telling me this? You know, like, you know, I'm like, you're dumb. Now I know, okay, you know what I mean? I'm going to do something else now.
What's the plan for Zubi?
I mean, right now, I'm looking to graduate in December. And then I should be back home for about a few weeks, and I'm coming back to work here. But, you know, while I'm working here, I'm obviously looking to sign somewhere. So there is other plans that's been put in place. I don't want to speak too much about it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I love to keep things to myself. Mm-hmm. And, you know, my goal also is to bring more South African, not just soccer players, but tennis, swimming, whatever other sport is that they offer as an agency, to help more people come over here and obviously, you know, give them the same opportunity that I received. Okay, so I'm actually going to be working for the agency. I'm currently working them now as well. But yeah, you can basically reach out to me. I don't know if you want to tag my handle or whatever.
Yeah,
but you can definitely reach out to me, and we can get you started, I think.